Well, hey guys, Keithy6 here, metal detecting in Alaska. It's another cold day here in Fairbanks. It's got about 30 below right now. So I thought I'd take an evening walk along the frozen Chena River. That's always fun. I recently had somebody ask me, why did you move to Alaska? And the only thing I can say is I just love the outdoors. And what better place, what more ultimate place to be for the outdoors than Alaska? So anyways, I started saving back in like 1992. And for 7 years, I saved money. And I also bought an old RV from my dad for like $3,000. It supposedly didn't need much work, but I never could get that thing working right. The brakes always drug on it. So anyways, we left West Virginia right in the summer of 1999. And it took us 3 months to get to Alaska just because we took our time and had fun. Plus we broke down in about every state that we drove through. Thank goodness for the law enforcement because they always stopped to check on us. And sometimes they'd even give me a ride to the parts store to get parts I needed to fix the RV. I drove up here in an old 1972 Dodge motorhome. And the worst thing you can do for a motorhome is just let it sit. They need to be used. So anyways, the worst thing that probably happened to us is the brakes went out on the way up here. Had to replace the brakes. But before that, we came across the Continental Divide, which is really steep. And going down the other side, I had people driving by telling me, or they're pointing at my tires. And of course, there were flames and smoke coming off my tires because my brakes caught fire. So, but anyways, the whole trip, we kept trying to beat the winter. And just as we were getting into Upper Canada and the Yukon and about to come into Alaska, we could watch the snow coming down the mountainsides. And the day that we rolled into Fairbanks, Alaska, it was September 25th, 1999, and they had 3 inches of snow that day. So we just barely got here before it started snowing. Everybody always tells me I should write a book about my trip to Alaska. It was pretty crazy, but yet it was fun. I'll show you an old picture of the camper that I drove up right here.
On Thursday. There's the camper. There's the RV place. One other guy just pulled in. You can see the snow coming down the sides of these big mountains. Can't even see half of them because clouds are down. Some snow's halfway down the mountains. Windy, pretty cold. There's the Cracker Box Palace van. When it's fogging up because it's so warm on the inside.
Hey, good times. You know, the times you remember the most are the times that go crazy wrong. You look back on those and think, wow, those were good times. Yeah, that camper looked so old, but I had literally just replaced everything on it. So anyways, when we got to Canada, Canada wasn't gonna let us cross because it was an old camper. They thought it would break down. At the time when you went to Canada, you had to prove you had so much money and you had a good running vehicle, or they wouldn't let you drive through their country. So anyways, I had all the paperwork from all the work, and they let us go through, thank goodness. Well, it's hard to believe we just had our 20th anniversary for living here in Fairbanks, Alaska. And I wouldn't trade it for anything, and I don't ever plan on leaving. Only thing I can say is if you like the outdoors, you'd love this place. All right, guys. Till next time, I'll see you later from Fairbanks, Alaska.
There's the camper. And there's our log house.